Hi people, welcome to my channel. I'm just a jealous guy. Video today is along the same vein as some of the other videos. This one today is Brian Smith telling lies about Linda. And people that don't know who Linda is probably say middle-aged lady, Filipino lady that Brian Smith employed to be a caretaker at his shrimp pond. She caretaked the shrimp pond for several months. So I'm going to read firstly from a transcript. This is near the end of the time that she was a caretaker. It's a transcript from Brian Smith's video. It's called Shrimp Pond Checkup 9/19/21. So it's, as I said, it's Brian Smith's video, foreigner farming in the Philippines. And he's the only one talking in the video, so all the conversation in the transcript is his words. So with this video, he's gone to the shrimp pond to do a checkup, but he starts off, "Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. Tate and I are here to check on the pond." And walking out, as we were walking in, was Linda with all her stuff. And she needs to take her son to the doctor or something, I don't know. I'm not real pleased that she was just gonna bail out and not say anything to us. Again, no text, no message, no nothing. She's just packing up her stuff and leaving. Scenario here, Brian Smith says he's met Linda on the way to the shrimp pond. Linda's left with the vehicle, and Brian Smith's filming this as he's walking towards the shrimp pond, and William is already at the shrimp pond because he's there when Brian gets there. So checking on the pond and walking out as we were walking in was Linda with all the stuff. Now I'll show you what all the stuff was later, but that's totally not true. Needs to take son to the doctor. No text messaging. She's packed up her stuff and leaving. We'll see what all the stuff is later. And twice he said that she's gone. She's packed up and she's abandoned the shrimp pond. So he's walked out. She's packed up all her stuff and she's leaving, and then he mentions her bailing out, not saying anything to us. So then as he's walking, he gets towards the pond. He says, "Wait a minute, it can't be Daniel because I hear Daniel down there. Maybe it's Daniel, I don't know." And as he gets to the pond, you know the pond is low. There's definitely no more Lamont left, so definitely time to harvest. That's Daniel right there. Maybe it's the other son that is sick. Can you remove the board, Tate? You know the pond's low and she's bailing. So again, he said she's bailing. So he's really ramming it in there that she's bailing, trying to really push that fact, not doing her job anyway. So what he's saying is there was a high tide, she didn't let the water in, and she's not doing her job anyway. So says, "Hello Daniel, Lamont's gone, there's still this, I don't know, seaweed looking stuff." So he's looking in the pond and there's some stuff floating in there. it's still there. I would assume that they're able to eat that. Hi Judy, hello girls. So he's talking to his dogs. Oh, she just left Daniel here. Oh, she just left Daniel here. So she's bailing out, she's gone. She's grabbed all her stuff and left Daniel at the pond. Doesn't really sound correct. I don't know what her plan was supposed to be. I mean, Daniel is 14, but I come to find he's a special needs child. So he can't be left here for more than a couple of hours to watch the pond. So I don't know what her plan was. Again, repeating the same stuff. I'm just definitely getting some water in it now. So Tate's removed the checkboards. There's some water coming into the pond. It's definitely getting some water into it now. Let's raise the tide going because it's already going down. Talking about the tide. So the tide's come in fully and it's starting to recede. And this is the thing, she should have been letting this water in. Because now the tide's going down and so the water is only going to be going in for like 30 minutes or more. I mean, look, anything's better than nothing, but she could have filled this pond and it's not like it's 4 a.m. in the morning, it's like 11 a.m. So it's 11 a.m. when he gets out to the pond. Just not doing her job, regardless, one way or another. After this harvest, whatever, if it's profitable or not profitable, we're going to ask whether, not going to ask whether to come back as a caretaker. If it's profitable harvest, we'll find someone else. And if it's not, Marisol and I are done. Just unacceptable. I mean, the pond is that low. The tides have been high for several days. She just doesn't care. And the water is flying out of here. It's really flowing. So, and I can tell by the water line here, that's an exceptionally high tide. That could have filled this pond up. But no, well, that's where we stand. At least we know where we stand. And so we're going to harvest ASAP. YouTube payday is usually the 22nd or so. I think today's the 19th or 20th. So whatever. I just want to ensure that there's no shrimp in here, that we can still compensate the harvest crew and, you know, give Linda something. But hopefully there's still shrimp in there. But as I've said before, I don't have any idea. And just not keeping a pond full is certainly not helping things. We're back to the Tate. Let's see what he's thinking about things. I don't see anything in there. Not to say that there's not shrimp in there. So him and Tate now, or William, are walking around the pond and looking to see if they can see any shrimp in the pond. But this is not the time to be seeing them. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Tate? Yeah, the Lamont is gone, so it's definitely time to harvest. You know, the Lamont is gone kind of tells me that there could be at least some shrimp in here. Something's eating the Lamont, so it's probably the shrimp. And there's absolutely nothing in here for them to eat. Shrimp, or can be cannibalistic, they'll eat each other. So hopefully we haven't crossed that threshold yet. Well, okay, Tate, we harvest as soon as we can, so I'll have Marcel get a hold of, I don't think we can do it tomorrow, and then I want to wait till, we could have Marisol talk to a bomb. I just wanted, a bomb is the buyer, the shrimp buyer, people they sell their shrimp to, who organises the harvest. I just wanted to be, I wanted to be able to guarantee the harvest crew's salary in case there's no shrimp. But yeah, maybe tomorrow. I mean, we don't have a caretaker now, if we ever did have one. So again, he's ramming home that message that Linda's gone, she's bailed, she's hit the ground running, packed a gear, hit the ground running, and she's done the Harold Holt out of there. So if we ever did have one. So kicking her while she's down. So I'll have Maricel get hold of our buyer and see if we can get a harvest crew out here ASAP. Well, there's a little bit right there. Yeah, that's not Lamont. So they're just looking in the pond. Yeah, that's normal. Well, that's what I said. There's some right there. Then yeah, the seaweeds now. Tate is worried about. I'm worried about leaving Daniel here by himself. Well, he's never actually been worried about Daniel being out there before. So he's got all this concern now that, you know, oh, what are we going to do with Daniel, you know? But he's never concerned himself with Daniel before. Do you just want to take Linda to John and Menina's and I will wait? Yeah, she said she's going back to her home today. So she's spoken to Brian, obviously, because he said she's going back to her house today. So she's packed all the gear. She's done the runner from the pond. She bailed out. She's done the Harold Holt, and she's going to go back to her house. So did she tell Brian that? She must have told Brian that for him to know that. But he wants to take her to John and Menina's. I don't know reasoning there. But what about Daniel? How long is he going to stay here by himself? Daniel's right there. I don't know. All right. Well, the water is close to equalising here, so Tate is going to throw the boards back in. We've gained maybe an inch of water. We just don't have time to get a lot of water in. Back into this pond, maybe 2 inches. It was really low, but it's still 8 to 10 inches below what it could be. So the water's 8 to 10 inches, still lower than what it should be. So without the water that they've put in there, that means it was 10 to 12 inches lower when they got there than it should have been. Now, if that's the case, and if Linda hasn't been letting any water in, and there's been high tides for several days, how long does it take for water to evaporate so that it would be 10 to 12 inches lower than it should be? So that's a foot. I'm sure that'd be several days. So if that's the case, Brian Smith hasn't been out there for several days. Is that what he's saying? So we're going to button this up, take a length of the National Highway and then come back. So he's taking Linda back to National Highway, that's what it says. And so now he's not taking her to John and Menina's, he's not taking her home, he's going to drop her with all her belongings to the National Highway and then come back. So he's going to wait at the pond. William's going to drop Linda off at the highway, not at home, not at Menina's, the highway, and then come back. So remember, they're still at the pond at this stage. So he hasn't even returned back to the car where Linda's waiting. Hello everyone. Okay, so he's had a cut in the video. Tate had left to take Linda to the highway, and now he's is join two little bits of video together. Hello, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. This is part of the road going to and coming from the shrimp pond. So he's videoing from his vehicle back up the road towards the shrimp pond. This is a part of the road you don't often get to see. Tate was taking Linda and Daniel to the National Highway with her things, so with all her belongings to the National Highway, and he stalled the van here and couldn't get it to restart. And by the time I come up to restart it, the battery was too dead. So we didn't have this idea when I was waiting down at the shrimp pond for him to come back. We didn't have the idea down there, so we didn't have the idea. So I'd say it sounds like Tate's or William has walked from the van to tell Brian that the van's crapped itself, and then they've walked back to the van. Now he's saying, oh, we didn't think about getting the battery back at when we're back at the shrimp pond, because there's a battery connected to the solar there. So William has gone back to get the battery. We have hooked up the solar. It is charged, yeah, hopefully, so we should be able to get it going using the battery. If we do have to get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so then he goes on to finish the video there. But what I do have, I got a screenshot of the back of his van when the battery had crapped itself. So this is Linda had packed all her stuff, all her belongings, and was leaving. She's done the runner from the shrimp pond, she bolted and left the shrimp pond unattended with all her stuff. Now, this is a screenshot of the back of Brian's van with all of Linda's stuff in it. Now, if you look in the back of the van, all of Linda's stuff is some empty water containers, and at the front there's a little plastic bag with like a little rubbish bag with something in it. So this is all Linda's stuff. As you can see, there's nothing down beside the van, so that's all the stuff. So to travel in the vehicle, there's Brian and Tate and William and Linda and Daniel. So all the seats are full. So that's all Linda's stuff. Some water bottles, empty water bottles, about 3 empty water bottles. There's a plastic bag, little plastic bag, not very big, about this big, full of some stuff. I did notice in the back of the van though, there is a car seat. Has anyone ever seen Brian Smith put Charlie into a car seat? I've never seen them ever use that car seat. Just a side point. So if Linda was leaving, why would she be taking 3 empty water bottles and just a little tiny bag, plastic garbage type bag? I would say Linda wasn't leaving at all. Linda was not leaving the shrimp pond because she hadn't taken all her stuff at all. So the next video I'm going to put up it's a video from Crazy Manina. Manina Linda's friend, uploaded on the very same day. Very same day as Linda's done the bolt from the shrimp pond, the 19th of the 9th, 21. And as I said, it's a video uploaded by Menina, Crazy Menina, and it's called Meet My Friend in the Road Hauling Water. So Menina's gone to meet Linda at the road, or I assume the highway, where she was dropped by Brian Smith. Now, this video, what I'm going to do is just show you some screenshots from this video. And the first one is a video, is a screenshot of Linda. And Linda's there filling up water. So there we've got the thing. So Linda's filling up a water container. Similar, or actually the same, as the water container that was in Brian Smith's car. So they've gone back to Menina's and they're filling up water. Now, what happens in this video is Menina calls John and asks John to buy a new water container of water, one of the blue bottles, sealed and brand new bottle. So because it had been raining and their water from the well was murky, had mud particles floating in it, so it wasn't clear. So Menina has called John to come and take the water for Linda, but purchased a brand new bottle for her to drink. So this screenshot, it just shows Linda putting the water bottle she was filling up in the back of John's ute, and there's that brand new water bottle that John had done still sealed on the back of the ute there. So Linda's filled up some water. John and Menina have bought Linda some bottles of water, new bottle of water, and John is going to take them back out to the pond. Now, then, this is a screenshot. That's Linda and Daniel carrying their water back along the track towards the shrimp pond. So that's why I say Linda wasn't leaving the shrimp pond, she was going to get water. Now, if she had done the Harold Holt from the shrimp pond, why would she be carting water back there, especially a brand new bottle? And why would Menina actually go and buy her a brand new water bottle if they weren't leaving? She wasn't leaving the shrimp pond. So I'm going to leave this video at that because there's going to be part 2. There's more to come. Now, the other point I want to make here, when Brian Smith put Linda out at the shrimp pond, he said that she was to stay there 24/7. He was going to be supplying food and water to Linda. Now, why did Linda run out of water? And why, when Brian Smith would have known she was going to get water, because she hasn't left the shrimp pond, which I'll show in the next video. She hasn't packed up all her stuff and done a runner. And it's quite obvious in the next videos, or next video, that that's the case. So if he's responsible for bringing her, so from remember he kept criticising her for leaving the shrimp pond to go and get supplies, and that she should have been at the shrimp pond the whole time. So why didn't he go and get some water for her? He knew she was going back to the shrimp pond. But he didn't want his viewers to know that. He wanted his viewers to think that, again, he's the victim. She's done the runner on him, left him in the lurch, and now he has to go and organise a shrimp harvest. So the other point I'll just make before I sign off here, they got to the pond at 11 o'clock, and by the time they messed around at the pond, putting water in, walking around the pond, looking to see if there's any shrimp, then the car not starting and walking back and forth with batteries, getting the battery to start. I reckon by the time they dropped Linda, it was probably very earliest 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. I'll cover that again in the next pond. So I reckon there's been about 2 hours or so, could be more, but I'll say 2 hours from when they got to the shrimp pond to when they dropped Linda off. So I'll mention that in the next video. So so thanks for watching. Hope you watched part 2 of this. Again, hope you subscribe, hit the thumbs up and down, notification button, and share it. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.